Let's go, Knicks. It is about that time, man. The season is right around the corner. Literally tomorrow kicks off. Knicks at Boston. It's about to be lit. On what's good? How you doing, my brother? How's everything? Happy Monday. Had to get the quick stream in today. Wanted to do this yesterday. Got caught up in so many things. It's lit. It's gonna be a short stream. We're just gonna talk about the roster. It finally got finalized. Talk about the schedule for a little bit, some of the key matchups, some of the dates, and then we'll have some predictions, man. You know what I'm saying? I see the Knicks, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to it. Hey, buddy. Yep. So for now, we're just gonna we'll just go over the roster real quick. We'll do that real quick. Or should we do the schedule? I feel like the schedule. We'll do the schedule. The schedule. Got it downloaded somewhere. Roster. Oh, there we go. Daniel, what up? What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Happy Monday. Yankees, Dodgers, World Series. That's gonna be a goodie. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right, so I noticed. All right, so the orange is all away games, and the blue is all home games. It should be pretty fun. January, month of most of the home games. Yeah, man. It sucked that the Mets got eliminated. I was really looking forward to like a World Series, Subway Series kind of event. Oh wait, sorry. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah. I was kind of hoping for like a World Series between Mets Yankees. That would have been pretty nice to see. Pretty dope. Can't personally remember the one that happened. What they said 20 some years ago. Nothing about that one. So as you see though, right here in October, the Knicks kickstart the season. Can you see that? Hold on. Yeah, Boston tomorrow, 7:30. Then Indiana, Cleveland, and Miami. Hold on. Who did we play in the first round? Did we play Cleveland in the first? No, we didn't play Cleveland first round. We played Philly first round. Okay, but at least we get to see Boston, who we didn't get a chance to see in the postseason. And we get Indiana on Friday night Knicks. That should be fun. And that's home. So our first home game is this Friday. This Friday is our first home game. I'm super excited. Gonna have my Knicks gear on full throttle. Gonna be super lit. That's cool though. First 4 games of the season should be some good matchups, man. They should really test the team. You know, you got Boston, Indiana, Cleveland, and then Miami. So a couple of centers for Cat to go up against. Then you got a couple of point guards, couple of guards for JB. Need the wing play from OG and Bridges. Definitely gonna need that to be fun. Okay. Um, so these, oh, you don't see the cursor. Let me see if I can cursor on. All right. So these games right here are the like the I guess they're what more contrasty. Those are the end season tournament games. So that looks like one, two, three, four. Philly, Brooklyn, Charlotte, Orlando. But in November, uh, no games on Thursday. Wait, did we actually? I think we only have how many games on Thursday? One. I see that one. Like Thursday. What's even worse? Order the mixture. Oh man, yeah, that sucks. That sucks a lot. The fact that you got to wait. What? Whose jersey did you order? Did you get? Yes, that's where it becomes interesting. Who did you get? Did you get? That wasn't too loud. Loud. Oh, I know. I didn't even hear it. All right. Lindor Francisco. That's a good one right there. Good one. A lot of my friends was calling him the Mets MVP. Uh, I think he solidified himself season. All right, righty then. So October, like I said, we got a away game, then home game, away game. So we actually have 4 game road trip after our 2 home games. So Miami, Detroit, and we go to Houston and Atlanta. That's weird. Houston this early. That should be cool. Milwaukee, Indiana again. And then we face off against Philly for the first time in season tournament. That should be fun. I'm not sure if Embiid is going to be ready or Paul George. Not really sure what's happening with Philly. To be honest, they their preseason was a little weird. Congratulations to the Liberty too, by the way. Didn't even mention that. Dewey and Sab. I mean, they didn't really have a good game 5, but John Carl Jones, Sabali, uh, Niara Sabali came in, did they thing. That was a beautiful game. And, a lot of controversial stuff with the calls and all that, but hey, a win is a win. My book. We played Brooklyn back to back at home. Like that Brooklyn's in our what is it, seating now? I don't know if it's seating. No, in our group. In our group. That's fun. I feel like the Knicks should definitely win this group. Philly, Brooklyn, Charlotte. Yeah, that's pretty easy. But in December, we actually have 2 road trips in November. Right, Houston, Atlanta. Go home for Milwaukee, 1 game. All right, OBS is tripping just a little. All right. Yeah, so two road trips, November, beginning of the month, end of the month. But in between, I have Milwaukee, Chicago, Brooklyn, Washington. All right, so we play a couple of bums early on. Easy dubs. And we go on the road again to Phoenix, Utah, Denver, Dallas, Charlotte. That's going to be a very interesting road trip. Phoenix, Denver, Dallas. Hmm. Okay. Okay. I'll live for November. Think I think we match up well against Phoenix too. Honestly, looking at Phoenix with Durant, Nurkic, Beal, Book. I think we match up pretty well. I mean, we beat them. Did we beat them twice? No, I think we lost at home last season, but then we beat them on the road. Statement game. I think Brunson had like 46 or 47 that game too. Yeah, that was beautiful. Saturday game. How many games you got? Okay, got a couple. Got a couple. Christmas game at home against the Spurs. Okay. We got the Young Bucks on Christmas, 12 p.m. Always got to get the first game. Why we can't get the last game? Actually, well, it makes sense. We're on the East Coast, but why it got to be the first game, though? Okay, I'm here for it, but sheesh. We play Barkley. AB at 26, best player. Dude, that's tough. Can't I? That's why I can't take those guys serious. I mean, I respect them, but 26, not even top 20, even top 20 after what he did since joining the Knicks. Yeah, hey, I respect it, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay, let's see. I think November and December, the first 3 months, these seems like pretty easy games. Bottom of the barrel kind of teams, except for I think Denver, Phoenix, Dallas, they're going to be top of the West. As far as the East and the Philly, probably be in the playoffs. Atlanta, know what they're going to do. Milwaukee, yeah. Detroit, no. Charlotte, no. Well, October, November, and December. I feel like the Knicks got to take advantage of these matchups if we can to help with chemistry, help the team gel a lot because a lot of these teams, it looks like they're going to be either not in the playoffs or fighting for a play-in. Besides a couple of throw-ins, like Milwaukee's going to be playoff team, Philly's playoff team. Orlando probably make the playoffs again, not playing, but it'll be tough. So yeah, I think we definitely first 3 months. Well, not even 3 months because October's only 4 games. So if we could end October 4-0 going into this road trip, that'd be nice. And then end of December on the road, Orlando, Washington. I'm expecting easy dubs. Like some easy dubs the first couple of months. January, we got Utah, OKC, Chicago. And we're at home majority of these games. Man, if I can get me a game in there, that would be nice. Love to see that Minnesota game on the 17th or even on the 10th, man. Hartenstein comes back to the Garden January 10th. Hey, back to back Fridays. We got some players returning. That should be interesting. Memphis, Utah is coming to. Oh wow, okay. We got a game on New Year's. We got a game on Christmas. Game on New Year's. All-Star break this year falls on the Valentine's Day weekend. I'm not sure where it is this year. I kind of forgot. Is it Chick? I don't remember. Definitely don't. March seems to be. I'm not gonna say the most challenging month. Maybe February. Like February and March, probably the most difficult time for the team. Just as far as matchups, I mean, the Lakers, Houston, Boston, and how many times we play Boston? Is that gonna be the second time we play them? We didn't play Boston 3 times this year. Two. Oh no, four. Three. Four. Okay. We're in the same division. Played them 4 times. End the season against Brooklyn again. All right, so this schedule seems fairly balanced. I mean, it's a little easier on the top end when season first starts. Going towards March, we got back to backs in LA, of course, Clippers, Lakers, and then Sacramento. Play Golden State twice in a 2 week span, which is weird too. We go from Memphis to Miami, to, home to LA, Sacramento, Portland, back to Miami. So like it's so weird. You go from the East Coast straight to the West Coast, back to the East Coast. Then you go to San Antonio and then Charlotte. Like what is up with this traveling schedule right here? I'm not a fan of March. This it's not a good month right here. Miami, Golden State. No. Miami, New York City because Blue is home. Then LA, Sacramento, Portland. They're pretty close. Golden State, those are all closed. Then you go to Miami, back down. You go to Texas, back to the East Coast and Charlotte. Then you go home. Get two. Okay. Philly, Cleveland. Those are some. Yeah, April's gonna be nice too. April got some comp. April got some comp to end the season. Philly, Cleveland, Atlanta. We'll see what happens with them. I'm not too worried about Atlanta. Phoenix, Boston, Detroit, Cleveland, Brooklyn. At least we end the season pretty close. We're going to be on the East Coast to end the season. You got Boston, which is just an easy little 30-minute flight. Maybe Detroit, same thing. Cleveland, same thing. Brooklyn across the pond. Severely jet lag, man. March looking crazy. It's ridiculous because those flights are like 6 hour, 7, 8 hour flights. What time is the game? 6 p.m. and 7:30, and then 10 p.m., 10 p.m., 10 p.m. Oh my gosh. They're all 10 o'clock games. That's gonna be March is gonna be myself with those streams. But that's cool. Here for it. When is the Cup championship is gonna be in December? Okay. December 17th. In season tournament championship game. Nice. So that's the schedule. All 82. And I like the balance of it. You don't want a couple of whack teams in there. Or I'm not gonna say whack teams. They're all professional NBA players, but a couple of teams that's gonna be at the bottom of the standings. Then like the middle, then you got like the top three. And so every win is gonna matter this season, man. Every game's gonna matter. So back to backs. How many back to backs do we have? None in October. 1, 2 in November. 1 in December. 1, 2 in January. 1, 2, 3 in February, 1, 2, 3 in March, and 2 in April. So yeah, man, February, middle of the season is where we're gonna be tested, especially right after All Star break. We got a back to back after All Star break. We go to Boston, and we play Philly, then Memphis, then Miami. Goes so yeah, like right after All Star break is when it's like those next 8 games are gonna be crucial. You know, give us some momentum to finish off this NBA season. And yeah. What's more important right now after this schedule, the fact that the final roster came out, and Nostalgic Nick, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. Good to see you. We just went over the schedule. About to go over this roster. You know, try to knock this out real quick. I could prepare for tomorrow's game. Going into the TD Garden is going to be a hostile environment, but nothing our team is not ready for. Look, man, we got to start it off with our rookies, bruh. We didn't get a chance to see Kevin McCullough Jr., but you know, he was a Jayhawk. He did all right in college. But listen, these 3 right here, not expecting a lot of minutes, but I'm expecting them to play though. Most definitely I think they're gonna get some minutes, especially with the injury to Shamit. TJ Warren didn't make the roster. OKK didn't make the final roster. And so you know, I think the front office and the coaching staff see some good things in these guys, especially Kolek. You know, somebody who'll be able to run with the bench, another ball handler, and low turnover, high assists, very high IQ on the court. He'll definitely, in my opinion, will break the roster. Like he's got not the roster. He'll get the rotation. He'll get some minutes in the rotation. You got Paco, who like I don't know what happened to him the last couple of games in the preseason, but he was shooting lights out. Huck, solid big man. You know he run the floor. He gets boards. He sets good screens. Jericho got some competition. All I'm gonna say. Jericho, you better step it up, bro. Better step it up. But these 3 guys, I'm expecting not lots of minutes, but you know what preseason showed me is that you can insert them into the starting lineup or just insert them anywhere, and you know it'll flow. It'll flow. It was just a little small sample size because I think each of them got a chance to run with a couple of the starters. Maybe not Ariel, but I know Paco and I know Kolek for sure definitely ran with the starters. So, you know, who knows what Tibbs is thinking? I don't know, but I think it'll be good for business. Yeah, Color didn't play a single, not even summer league. So I'm assuming he's going straight to Westchester. Peace. We'll holler at you. Toppin got slightly injured in the preseason. I think he like pulled a hammy or something. The ankle. I just remember him going up, or I think it was a rebound, landed awkwardly, and then didn't see him since. Heading to Westchester. Miles Deuce McBride, 6th man of the year this year. That's one of my bold predictions already. So skip through that already, man. I think McBride is going to be 6th man of the year. If not for the league, for the Knicks for sure. Josh Hart, my precious, an OG and an OB. There's not much to say about these guys. Like, I mean, just looking at these 3 in a row right here, like nothing but hustle, nothing but heart. Not knocking one, but you know, not trying to be funny, but for real, like these guys are all hustle players traded for all 3 of them. It's nice to see that. You know, 3 + 5 = 8. That's just what I just noticed. But yeah, man, OG's gonna have a good year. I'm hoping he plays at least 60 games, 65 games. You know, that's not really his strong suit. And so I'm hoping the offseason gave him enough time kind of rehab that elbow. And yeah, man, we know about OG's injury history. We hope that he's able to play at least 60, 65 games this season, but we need him for the playoffs, which is the most important thing. So if we can have some guys step in and reduce some of the load that OG's going to have, especially against a couple of those whack teams on the back to backs. That's why I like Precious coming in off the bench. I also let's see who else is there. I like Paco too, but still a little young. Going on to the captain, you got JB, Jalen Brunson, the one and only. Next to him, Jericho Sims, and then check out my campaign. Everybody knows, and the campaign, and only when he's on my team, which he's never been till now. So I got a lot of high hopes for Mighty Mouse. I'm expecting. I call him Mighty Mouse. No disrespect though. I'm hoping he's able to bring that off the court and on the court energy. Tiny, what's good? How you feeling? Happy Monday. We're just going through the schedule right now. Oh, I mean, that's the schedule. We went through the schedule. Right now, we're going through the roster. And then I'm going to hit my predictions. And we're going to go prepare for tomorrow. Yep. Jericho, man, Jericho has a lot on his plate. I think he has to step up this year. Career 138 games, points per game, 2.6, rebounds, 4. So, like, it's going into year 4, and now it's time to see some growth, brother. It's time to see that growth, and hopefully we're able to. Hopefully we're able to, and he shows out. You never really know, but it is what it is. Campaign he's a good vet. He's gonna do what he does. JB, y'all know he's definitely gonna do what he does. And is my MVP of the season already. Then close out the roster. How many he was out? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15, okay. Last 3. The Blockness, Mitchell Robinson, Mikal Bridges, who we traded for as well, and Towns, who we also traded for. So Mitch not coming back till December. So speedy recovery, my guy. The longest tenured Knick. My guy right here, man. I rock with Mitch. Bridges had a tough preseason. Everybody's ready to jump out the window. I'm not on that wave. Everybody's upset that he's trying to change his shooting form. I'm not on that wave. I think he can just keep doing what he's doing, and trying to figure out his spot within the starting lineup. We all know what Brunson's going to do. We all know what Towns is going to do. That's the 1-2 punch. And you got Josh Hart, who's the utility guy. Whatever the starting lineup needs, he'll do it. OG, defensive anchor. So, Bridges, he's probably going to have to be that other utility guy who's just able to create a shot for himself, who's able to pass the ball, like who's able to do everything, and complement Josh as well, being that Josh is probably not going to want to score as much, but Bridges has the ability to put the ball in the basket. So I think they'll play kind of the same role as far as being a utility guy within the starting lineup. But I think that Bridges will be able to just add a little bit more versatility when it comes to the scoring side of it. And defense, of course. I mean, he just plays the lanes, man. He's gonna be that guy to help us out a lot here. And so everybody's panicking. I'm not one of those guys. And you got Mr. Karl Anthony Towns. Let's look at his stats. His career stats, 573 games. That's wonderful. He's been in the league going on, I believe, 10 now. And okay, that's a great play. You got to fix that jumper. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think he got to fix it. I think it's definitely awkward. He shoots very high arcing, very like high up there. And sometimes it's just figuring it's getting into a shooting rhythm. It's not always the shot is off. Sometimes it's just like shooters got to get into a rhythm of shooting, getting used to like getting the ball in certain positions to shoot from there. And he's having to readjust once again within an offense where in Brooklyn he was that guy. In Phoenix he wasn't. In Phoenix he was behind Book. He was behind not Kate. Got traded for him. Who else was there? Cam Johnson was there. Somebody else. I can't remember. Chris Paul. So, I think it's more so he just has to figure out his spacing and just his flow within the offense. Maybe he's not that much of a catch and shoot shooter. Maybe he catch one step dribbling, shoots. Maybe he's more of a catch drive to the basket. But he just has to figure out what's gonna work for him within this offense. And so I think the jumper is gonna fall eventually. He's still 36% 3-point shooter. So on that aspect, I'm not too worried about it. DiVincenzo last season started the same way. He's missing a lot of threes. He was taking a lot of threes. So I say you give him a couple of games so he could figure it out. And we didn't trade for him hoping that he'd be the sharp shooting player that Dante was. I mean, I also thought that we was gonna keep Dante. But I definitely think that there's other aspects to his game that will overshadow his lack of like 3-point percentage, if you go by that. But I think him playing defense on the best player, giving OG some nights off, him or the other team's guard, so JB doesn't have to guard him. His rebounding ability, the fact that he can push the pace, play off ball. So there's a lot of intangibles that the players on our team they kind of complement each other a lot, and so that's I think for us or for the Knicks is more so just learning that camaraderie, learning how to play as a team, so that we're able to balance out. You cover my weaknesses, I cover your weaknesses. I help your strengths show, you help my strengths show, and I think that's what this team is built for as of right now, where they're just trying to enhance one another's uh, weaknesses, so to speak. Well, not weaknesses, strengths. Because as you can see, Cat is a huge rebounder. The one thing about Julius that we all wanted him to rebound a lot more. Like granted, he averaged what 10 rebounds I think last season. He had those games where he might have had like 13, 14 rebounds, but then there's also games where he only get 2, 3 rebounds. You know, I'm I'm hoping Cat doesn't happen with Cat, but he looking like he got an extra battery in his back to grab some boards this year. So let's see what happens. See what happens with him, man. On his career, averaging 11 rebounds, 23 points, 3 assists. So he's 28 in his prime. Mikal, 28 in his prime. Mitch, 26. You got a lot of youngins, man. Campaign, 30. Jericho, 26. Jalen, 28. Josh, 29. Precious, 25. OG, 27. So, I mean, just think about that, man. 24, Deuce, 24. Jacob, 23. Huck, 22. Tyler, 23. And then the 19-year-old. I'm pretty excited, man. I think this team has a lot to offer. I think they're going to grow a lot together. So the power of friendship, it didn't go away. It didn't go away. We brought back majority of the roster. You look at all the people that played last year: Deuce, Josh, Precious, OG, Jalen. That's 5 already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's it. Wow. So you only got 5 players on the roster from last year, and obviously Jacob, but so 6. Crazy. 5, 6. Oh no, 7. That's who played a lot. Jericho, you gotta step it up, bro. All right, gotta step it up, bro. You gotta show the team what you was doing when you was on Westchester. Granted, the G League. Like you gotta show the fans what you was doing, like when you was in Westchester. All I'm saying, because the way he was playing in Westchester is like a totally complete, like different player under Tibbs. Actually, insane. Um, but yeah, man, I'm excited. I think the starting lineup. Well, we all know what the starting lineup is going to be: JB, Bridges, Hart, OG, Cat. The bench obviously is going to be Payne, Sims, Achua, Deuce. A minute. Does Tibbs keep it like that? Does Tibbs keep it like that? Just these four? Four. Huh. Because now, us fans, we like to see just one for one kind of subs. I know Deuce, Precious, Campaign, 100% off the bench. Is that going to be the 8? Yeah, oldest player is 30. Crazy. And was that Josh? No. Who was it? Can't even remember. I think he was 27. It was Campaign. Check out my campaign. It's like, yeah, man. I watched him since college, man. Since Morris State. Since he got drafted to OKC, also was dancing with Russell Westbrook. I'm with Campaign. I like his energy, bro. I think it fits the Garden so well. Yeah. But yeah, man, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. You got some mid old legs, but I think with the young folks that we have and what they showed in the preseason, I think that Tibbs might be more willing that these guys play, especially Kolek. Maybe not Dadier. He probably gotta, you know, learn a little bit more. Coming from the Euro League to the NBA. But Kolek seems more poised, more ready to get some immediate minutes. Ariel Hukporti, same thing. He seems a little poised, a little bit more ready to be put in the limelight. So yeah, man, this roster is solid for now. And I think we gotta look. Sims is gonna have to play. We gotta start figuring out trade bait. Who's gonna get traded? We ain't got no picks to trade like that, so we gotta figure out some trade bait. All I'm saying, and right now it's looking like Sims the only one, man. Can't trade Deuce, man. We can't. So the campaign might get traded. You know what I mean? As out of that, we pick up to some we what's the word I'm looking for? We wait for free agency, not free agency. We just do the waiver wire. We pick up somebody that's a free agent, and we go from there. And not just breaking news, but Mikal Bridges turns down a 2-year, $60 million extension from the Knicks, eligible for a $156 million deal next season. So I expect him to take that and not take a pay cut. 126 mil? Is that what it said? 156. I mean, if you take a pay cut, maybe like 140, 142, he'll go to maybe a couple of mil here and there. Not a lot. Not a lot. Yeah, man. But that's the roster right here. And I'm excited. Excited, man. I'm hyped. I can't wait. I really cannot wait. So it's gonna be interesting. And yeah, it'll be interesting. So to close out today's episode or video, we're gonna have some predictions And I'm not sure what predictions I wanted to go with. So I feel like obviously we got to go for the regular um, awards, MVP, six man, rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, right? Is that the main four? Pretty sure. MVP, rookie of the year, six man, defensive player of the year. Who else is there? What other award? I think that's it, right? All right. So my MVP of this year. Last year I chose Shea, and he missed it by a hair. But this year, man, it's gonna be tough, man. With so many players returning, the dynamics of each team is gonna grow. So, MVP of this year. Not gonna go Jokic. See that happening again. Who's gonna be top three in Knicks? You know, I don't want to say this because I'm just a hater of all things Boston, but I think Jason Tatum's gonna have a pretty good year this year. It's just something about winning last year, playing in the Olympics and not really playing, and just like being able to kind of sit back and watch how like other players prepare, and like I just think he's gonna have a very good season. So I think yeah, I'll just go Jason Tatum MVP. Um, that's it. Most improved, I'm gonna go with Jalen Brunson. He has more to improve. I don't care what nobody says. He's gonna be most improved this year. Rookie of the year. I have to go with the number one draft pick, man. The guy that went to Atlanta, France. I'm gonna have to go with him. I forgot his name. Zach Hurt. Let's say his name. Zach. Hold on. I want to. I don't want to do that to his name. We're gonna be respectful on this side of the. Okay, let's see. Let's scroll. Zachary Risher. See, that's the part that I was mixing up. But I think he's gonna be rookie of the year. If not him, I got a lot of hopes for Rob Dillingham, but I don't think he'll be rookie of the year just off the fact of how that roster set up. Then you got the SAR dude that's playing in Washington. So I'm gonna go with the Atlanta's rookie to be rookie of the year. Six man, I already told y'all I'm going with Deuce. Deuce Miles McBride as my six man of the year. Yep. And defensive player of the year. We're gonna go bold here, all right? Defensive player of the year, Carl Anthony Towns. I'm going with Carl Anthony Towns to be defensive player of the year this year. Mm-hmm. Man, there's so many people calling him soft. I think if he wants to end that, this is the year, man. You got to go out there. You got to show some muscle, show some grit, show everybody what New York is about because it's a culture, man. Got some dogs. We might have lost some, but OG is a dog. Brunson is a dog. Hart is a dog. Precious is a dog. Deuce is a dog. All right. Coach Tibbs is a dog. We got dogs on this team. So we might have lost some dogs, but the culture ain't never changed. So I think Cat to be defensive player of the year this year. Vote me on it. That's it. Taking it. Carl Anthony Towns will be my defensive player of the year. All right. And I think that's it, right? Oh, I think the Knicks are going to win the chip, of course. I think the Knicks are going to play against Minnesota in the finals. It's going to be a very interesting. I think it's going to be one of those New York, Minnesota. You saw the WNBA. I think it's going to be just like that in the NBA. It's going to be Knicks and Timberwolves in the finals, with the Knicks winning in six. That's my bold predictions. I think that this one's gonna be a shocker. This one's gonna be a shocker, but I think Orlando wins the in-season tournament. Even though we're better than them and they're in our block or whatever it is, I think Orlando might win it. Orlando has just a lot to prove this year, man. And I feel like the in-season tournament is like a young teams kind of thing. Like, I mean, I know Indiana won last year, but I think they look forward to it more than other teams do. Let's see your predictions, Juan. MVP Luca. I can see that. I don't know if he's going to start the season this year. I think he's coming back from like a knee injury or something like that. Embiid, Defensive Player of the Year, very possible. If he'll probably get it. I didn't even think about him in my predictions. Now that I'm thinking about it, dang, how could I forget about one? Six Man of the Year, Deuce, Reed Shepard. Okay, okay. Houston, right? I think that's where he went. Yeah. Oh man, that's hey Houston. Houston's gonna be one of those. I think Houston's gonna be what Orlando was last season. I think they're gonna be like a very sleeper team in the West. So yeah, that's a that that's a nice little yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up with this roster? The team. You don't want to show me the roster. All good though. You know what's gonna be nice too? Dalton Connect four. That he's gonna be good. Nas Reed, most improved player of the year. And is that coach of the year? I'd like to. I'm a little slow, man. Hold on. I feel like that might be the coach, right? Oh, clutch player. Yeah, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm a couple of beers in, but yeah, I agree. I agree. JB. If not JB, it's going to be Shay. It'll be between them two. Somehow Shay always finds a way to just get to the basket. I like your predictions, man. That Reed Shepard one, that's a good one. Depending on how Houston does, definitely a good one, man. But what I want to do too, I'll do one last thing. I could predict the if I could kind of predict. We're gonna do the East. This was last year. I don't really sure. Okay, this is all the team. All right. Even though this was preseason, or regular season, so it could be 0-0. All right. On the East, the top six, I got obviously it's not gonna be in this order. This is just so I can look at the teams. So in my I got oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. But I got Boston. I got Boston number one East with two Knicks. Number three, mm, Milwaukee. For four, Indiana. For five, Cleveland. Six, Miami. Seven, Orlando. Eight, eight, Toronto. Eight, I'm gonna go with Toronto. That's my that's who I'm thinking. The West, number one. Ooh. All right, number one, we're gonna go Dallas. Number two, OKC. Three, Denver. Four, Minnesota. Five, New Orleans. Six, Clippers. Seven, Sacramento. Eight, Lakers. ah, so I'm just not a Laker fan, so I gotta put them on the bottom. All right. I would be a hater for now, man. The Lakers got to be eight. I don't know about the Clippers. I forget. I don't think I don't. You know, but yeah, the West is gonna be more challenging than anything because y'all coming back. Well, the whole Grizzlies team is coming back because they were all injured last year. So you got that. Utah, I'll be playing. Sacramento just picked up Rosen, and I know he's fiending to do something. So maybe he's up there. OKC is going to be out there. So, I mean, you got Phoenix. About Phoenix? Jeez. But yeah, the West is more tougher than the East for sure as far as standings. But man, this is going to be a crazy season. There's going to be another crazy season, especially with standings and especially with like all the parity going on, all the different players going to different spots. And the East got a lot stronger, a lot better. I can't wait, man. I'm excited. And so tomorrow, season starts for us, man. 7:30 in Boston. You got to watch them get a ring, but no Porzingis, no Mitch for us, no Precious, and no Kevin McCullough. So what happened to Precious that he's out? So Achua sustained a strained left hamstring in Friday's preseason finale. Wow. Reevaluated in 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. Did anybody know that? Did anybody else know that? Because I certainly Chua. Oh, and this came out a day ago. How much? No Chua. So now that makes it interesting for tomorrow's lineup. So Noah Chua off the bench, which means what? Who are we gonna play off the bench? Sims is gonna have to play. Hmm. Okay. So there's gonna be no McCullough, no Precious. Is Jacob Toppin gonna play? Hmm. I don't see it. Could we? I think we could see Kolek, or we'll see more Bridges or OG with the second unit. Maybe Hart. I'm thinking more Bridges with the second unit. Um, Jericho's gonna have to stay on the court, bro. Please don't get into foul trouble. And then yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna be very small throughout the course of the game. Um, Boston, I think Jalen Brown, Hauser, Holiday, Horford, Pritchard, Tatum, Tillman, White. I think it's gonna be in a rotation. Maybe one more player. All right, so we might be able to match up well with them tomorrow. Being how they don't have Porzingis, they're gonna have to put Al Horford or Tillman on Towns, and so we can take advantage of that mix match or mismatch, however you want to say it. We can take advantage of that if he decides to be a big man. Hopefully, he doesn't get in foul trouble. Tatum and Brown, we got Wingstop. To Holiday, we got to kind of pay attention to. We can kind of put Josh on him. Derek White. So, yeah, I think we're gonna match up pretty well tomorrow. It's gonna be a good game. See what happens. But yeah, man, I got the Knicks winning. That's it, man. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna lock in tomorrow, man. Early. The game start at 7:30. Lock in early, maybe 7:15, maybe 7. Get a couple of reps in before the season officially starts. So they're gonna have their little ring ceremony, banner ceremony. So yeah, man, I'm expecting the game to start closer to 8 p.m. So we'll lock in. We'll lock in, man. Appreciate you, Juan. See you tomorrow for sure. Tiny, see you tomorrow. Get this dub, man. Let's get this dub. Have a good night. Sleep with your favorite Knicks shirt. I'm gonna sleep in my basketball. With my Knicks basketball. Ready for this season. So we gonna get ready. All right. Going to tune in, lock in, and we gonna ball out. So let's go, man. Let's lock in. Have a good night. Until tomorrow. Peace. Appreciate y'all, man. For real. Every single time y'all show up. I'm out of here.